I'd like to welcome everybody to the High Slide Racing League tonight. This is the championship race. Everybody wants to see who's going to come out on top of the championship. Well, tonight will be the night it will be decided. Up in the booth with me tonight, I have one Michael Pittman. He's up here with my broadcasting buddy. He's going to help me score everything, and he's going to help me out through this whole entire night tonight. Welcome, Michael. Glad to have you with me.
Thank you, sir, man. It's going to be a fun night here at Homestead. One of my favorite tracks to race on, and, these guys battling for points. I think we're going to have a good race ahead of us.
I think you're absolutely correct. We are going to have a really good night. I know we have a very, very tight race as far as championship-wise go. I'll throw it up on the screen right here. I'm showing Mr. Brad Harris at 1097 on the points, and Nathan Aldrich at 1086, and then James McCarson at 1083. These three cats are the ones that we're going to be watching all night long during this broadcast. These three have everything to win, and pretty much everything to lose, too. So it's going to be a really, really tight race tonight with these guys, Michael. Do you, by chance, happen to have a favorite on you?
Well, I've raced a few races with these guys early in the season, and I think, 17 points is huge in one race. Brad's going to be the man to beat, but Nathan Aldridge is, all three of these guys, it's going to be interesting. But I think we could also see someone play opposite strategy of what them three guys do and maybe pull off a win that the other three guys couldn't.
Exactly. Anything's possible here, especially at Homestead. Tires play a factor. Your fuel mileage plays a factor. Fuel strategy, and also teammates, believe it or not, that comes into play on here. The race analysis I just popped up, 77 degrees. Not too bad, actually. Nice and cool. These guys can make some pretty good runs. They can make some maneuvers and not worry about getting too awful loose. Your tire window right around 40 to 50 laps. I'm going to assume, Michael, that you got to kind of take care of those right sides on this track, right?
Oh, yeah, they go quick. That's going to be a big thing, is how, you may think a guy's slow, but he's actually saving tires, and at the end of a run, I'm sure the fall-off's at least 2.5 seconds, I would think, in probably a 30, 40 lap cycle.
Exactly, I agree. Your fuel window between 30 and 35. And here's another thing that you guys they need to remember, Michael. Everybody can make a caution pit stop. It's pretty much a given, no big deal. A little bit different when you're coming off the bank off that track and trying to slow this puppy down from the speeds that they're running to get a clean pit stop. And, well, pit stop can make or break your day here.
Yes, this is one of the toughest pit roads. That's why they have an access road just like Indy, on and off, but they're deciding they're only going to use the exit tonight. So getting on pit road and getting low down to speed is going to be really, really tricky.
Well, hopefully, and I'm pretty sure these guys are going to give us a great race tonight. Hopefully things go smooth for these guys. It is going to be a whole lot of fun watching these three cats battle this thing out for the championship. Tell all your friends, get a hold of anybody, do anything that you want to do, get something to drink, get that Snickers bar. You're going to be here for a little while. Popcorn, pull up a seat, hang out with us. Get on YouTube. Give us a chat on YouTube. We'll talk to you all night on YouTube along with this broadcast in the race right here. You guys stick around. We're going to be right back. We're going to get the national anthem going right here and come back and see if we can't have a little chat with a couple of these guys before we start our race. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in name, the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save, this land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, just that star, spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land of the brave, and the
This is real. Welcome back, everybody. Like I said, you are listening to High Slide Racing League Championship race tonight. MaxSpeedTV, Bobby Johnson, and my special guest up here, Michael Pittman. And Michael, I believe we have a special guest in our booth with us.
Yes, sir, we do. He's the one probably, well, not the most pressure, but the second most pressure. He's our second place points guy, and let's see what his plan is.
Yep. All right. Nathan Aldrich, you got to make up some points. How you got to do it, my friend? What's your secret tonight?
Best way is through the stages. 10 points per stage win is gonna be a big factor.
Tire wear play a big factor in this at this particular track?
It's gonna be huge toward the end of stage one with a 40-lap stage. Tires wearing out really bad toward the end of the fuel run. The time to make your move is gonna be toward the end of the stage.
Copy that. Also, something that you want to keep back of your minds that we were talking about earlier during the national anthem is just talking about the pit stops. They got to be clean and they got to be smooth, especially green flags.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a trade-off. Do you want to be a little slower coming in and be sure not to make a mistake? Or do you want to just get in there as hard as you can where you're more prone to hitting the big yellow barrels?
Copy that. As you guys can see, I've got him on here right now. He is driving the 14. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the old NASCAR Valvoline paint scheme he got on there.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a Mark Martin tribute.
It looks just like it to me. Good looking paint job. But you know what? I wish you all the luck in the world. Stay safe, keep the fenders on it, and maybe, just maybe, we'll be talking to you about being the champion after this race is over tonight.
Hope so. Thank you, sir.
All right, we'll talk to you in a few. Well, hopefully I can get him back to where he was. This Discord, ladies and gentlemen, is a lot of fun. Trying to get a guy back where you stole him from, it's makes things a little tough. Hey, you know what? Let's see if we got time right here. I think we might be in luck right here. I might be able to, Nathan, I might be able to get Brad. How about you, Brad Harris? This is Bobby in the booth. You got me.
I got you.
All right, you've got 15 seconds to tell me. Are you going to be able to pull this championship off? Are you going to be able to hold these guys off for just one more race?
I think I got something for them. We'll see how it goes. Just try to keep it as smooth and clean as possible and be there at the end.
All right, my friend. Good luck. Hopefully I'll be talking to you towards the end of the race here tonight, and you just might be the champion, my friend. Good luck, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. See you.
Oh, there you have it. What do you think? Who you're picking tonight? Who you picking tonight? Try that again. I keep losing my man. my partner. Anyway, we're going to get ready and we're going to do some qualifying here shortly. Yeah, I can get my little guy back here that I had. It's really tough, guys, playing around with this thing. We will be starting pretty soon. Qualifying, 4 minutes, 13 seconds to go. Let's see here. Who's out on the track first? Pictures of some guys. There's the number 4. Renko. Raventy, I believe. Down a lap. Pretty good one, too. There he is. You're back.
Yes, sir. Somehow
lost
got
you.
moved into the driver's lounge whenever we, put our had him back out on the track. But I'm back, and
I was
watching-
worried. I was worried about you. I'm glad I got you back here. We laid down some times right now while you were gone in the driver's lounge. Did you get something to drink? Because you're probably going to need it. It'll be a long one.
Yes, sir. I got me a couple. I can't name it. A couple cold Pepsis in
Well,
front of
good.
me here.
Well, right now, it looks like Brian Bartlett, I believe is the last name, rolling in with the high. Uh-oh. Some reason why. I'm not really sure about this, Mr. Pittman, but I'm kind of thinking here, unless things change, possibility iRacing might have done one of their famous. Okay, we're back again. iRacing likes to kick you out every once in a while. Thank goodness it didn't happen to us. Anyway, out on top, there he is, James Carson. Matter of fact, he is third in points. He was rolling down with the fastest lap of 32.484, but now just got beat by Joseph Cassi.
That won't surprise me tonight if somebody that's not in the top 3 of the points actually wins the race, because they have nothing to lose. They don't have to be careful entering pit road. I mean, it's win or nothing.
Exactly. It's balls to the wall and just forget about it and not worry about anything else, because they really do have nothing to lose. But I'm sure Nathan Aldrich is probably thinking the exact same thing. He's going to have to get up on that wheel. He's going to have to white-knuckle ride it all the way around this thing if he wants to get into contentions to be here at the end for the championship.
I'd have been all week, every minute that I had, and I would have been practicing. There's nothing worse than being second place in the final race of the season, knowing you got a chance. But it's up to you whether you're going to capitalize or finish second.
Exactly. As of right now, though, sitting in the 8th position, or driving number 8, leading the pole right now, 32.412 is Joseph Cassi right now. We got about 25 seconds left to qualifying, and that's going to do it. I'm kind of interested. I'm really curious to see, as of right now, get our timing screen back together here where it should be. Hopefully. They've been having some internet issues going on. It's kind of nationwide, I guess. They were talking about earlier today, and really hoping that guys don't end up having any issues at all. That's something you always got to worry about. You worry about somebody who's going to be blinking in and out on you. The famous net code or whatever they want to call it. That's something you got to worry about too.
Yes, sir. It seems like it's been a little more prevalent since Daytona. I've noticed iRacing. I'm ready for this season to be over and the new update, to be honest.
All right, I'll tell you what. I'll take the first 10, and you take them after that. Row number 1, Joseph Cossie. Number 8, he's your pole leader tonight. 37 along beside of him, James Carson. Row number 2, driving to number 3, Greg Holt. Along beside him in the 92 is going to be Jeffrey Converse, the second. Starting in row number 3, 77, Bryant Bartlett. 24 beside him of Brad Harris. Row number 4, Peter Hodgson. Along beside him in the number 4, Ferenco, I'm hoping I say this right, Gravantine. I might just call him Franco. Row number 5, 48, Andrew Schroeder. Along beside him in 15, Art Milan. Or Milan, I believe. Art Milan, that's it. Row number 6, 50, Travis Barkus. And the 14 beside him of Nathan Aldrich.
And then back here in 13th, you're going to have the number 32 of Joshua Lucas alongside of him in the number 1 car, Michael Couture Jr. The 55 back here in row 15, or I believe Steven Dosak Jr. Beside him, Donnell Williams in the 82. And then rounding up the field, you got Jason Miz in the 7, Adam Gardner in the 56. And then the rest, that'd be it.
Michael Pittman, row 10, driving to 17. On beside him, looks like Brian Toole. Row 11, 33, Garrett. Is that Velezzi? Velsy. Help me out, Philip. What is that? He's the main guy of this league, and I don't spell his last name right. He'll yell at me.
I believe it's pronounced Velzy.
Velzy. That sounds good. 54 beside him, Joe Mickey. And that is definitely going to do it. That is it. These cats, 150 laps is what we're looking at, Michael. And basically, you got to keep your nose clean. You got to stay out of trouble. It is a long race.
You don't get a trophy for winning lap 1, and I tell these younger guys when I race with them, you just got to be patient, and that's going to be a big thing tonight. It may look like a guy's going slow, but actually he's saving tires, and his fall-off's not going to be as bad.
Nathan, out here in the chat on YouTube, he's saying the fuel window is going to make the stage super fun. You're going to have guys just going to try to stretch it as much as they can. You're probably going to have some real quick short pits, too. There's a lot of strategies. All right. Pace car is in, buddy. We're going to go green right now. Joseph Cossie is leading the way. Gets out to a halfway decent jump on these guys right away.
That's what I'm looking forward to. I want to see one of these guys that have nothing to lose win this race tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, Joseph Cossie shot out of there like a bullet, and James McCarson right here, second place. Third place, Greg Holt. He's right there right along with them. You can throw a blanket over these guys. And I got to tell you, Greg Holt's paint scheme, the Legos, now that right there is sharp.
Yeah, you got to really love that, man. I was noticing in practice.
So far, so good. The guys have kind of relaxed a little bit, getting the feel of the track. That's exactly what they have to do. Your championship leader right here in the 24, that's Mr. Brad Harris. He said he's got to keep it clean and just run a decent race. And right now, he's doing pretty darn good, taking it down into the inside, taking a look at there at Mr. McCarson in second place, trying to get second from him, and looks like he's going to do that without any trouble. Michael?
He cleared them very easily on the low side. I noticed the 3 and the 24 were riding side by side, but 3 couldn't quite clear him underneath. So that means Brad's got a really good handling truck. He can run the top and the bottom.
And that's just it. You got to get a little bit of rubber in this track in order to get that two-groove thing going. A lot of these guys are going to move right up against that wall. Now, I know in the past when I've ran this track before in the Cup cars, that turn 4 wall, it comes up on you pretty darn quick, and it has a tendency to bite you right in the butt, and you don't even know it.
Yes, sir. Next thing you know, you think you got it, and you'll be in there fixing that rear end. You don't want no aero damage here, and they only get one quick repair, so that's going to be key. A few guys last week pitted and used their quick repair when didn't actually use it, but they wasted it, and they kind of needed it later, so that's going to be key too.
A lot of these guys, you know, I've done it before. I'm sure you've done it before, but, you know, you're running around the track and you come in for pit for tires or fuel, and you forget to uncheck that fast repair. Before you know it, it's gone, you've lost it, and you got to go a whole entire race to stay clean, because if not, you're in trouble. And speaking of clean, looks like Brad Harris is going out towards the lead on the bottom side to get some of that clean, fresh air.
Yeah, you know, I was kind of thinking he'd sit back and just draft off the 8 and save some tires, but he said, no, I'm going to go out here and prove to you guys why I'm number 1 in the points, and I want to lead some laps.
Well, I'll tell you, Joseph Cossi in that number 8 up on the high side, he is not making it easy for him. Got a good battle going on up here for the lead, and we're only 6 laps in of 150.
Yeah, they're 2 by 2, and then the 77's right there. It's actually, you can throw a blanket over the top 5, but it looks like Brad Harris is going to clear him. He shoots up and kind of throws a block because Nate going to throw a crossover on him.
Yeah, these guys are racing for the... You think they're racing the last lap. I mean, there's no holds barred. These cats are getting at it tonight.
Yeah, Brad Harris is being a little more aggressive than I figured, you know, with a 17-point cushion, but, you know, I guess, you know, aggressiveness pays off sometimes.
Speaking of aggressiveness, we're all the way down to, let's see if I can find this guy. Looking, there he is. Right here, Nathan Aldrich in the 14 Valvoline. He's the cat that's in second place. He needs desperately to win some of these stage races that are coming up. He needs to win this race, basically. And Mr. Brad Harris needs to have himself a bad day. So it's going to be real exciting to see what's going to happen here.
Yeah, that's what's going to take. I think the 14 saving tires because, like they said, they got 40 laps to where stage 1 ends. So if you can save a few laps of fuel, I think you said our fuel window was what, 35 laps?
Yeah, right around 35, 40, somewhere around there, 30, 35-ish. I guess it depends on who's saving and who's not, but I'll tell you who's not saving, and that's these 3 cats up here in the front.
Out there, they want to put on a show. I believe Brad Harris wants to show why he's first in points, and I believe he's going to lead them quite a few laps tonight.
Well, I can tell you right now, taking a quick dive into the inside, trying to take over that second position, Craig Holt. Craig's doing a great job right now with that Lego machine.
Yeah, you keep an eye on him because he's been right there in the top 3 since the green
Whoa.
flag. He's in the wall, trouble.
Just a little bit of trouble right there. He came up and he scrapped that wall pretty good. We had sparks flying. That's dropped him back all the way into the 5th position. Hopefully he'll gather it up, get his thoughts back, and work his way back up a little bit. But that could have been ugly.
Yes, sir. If he would have bounced off the wall and came back down into our points leader, Brad Harris, in 24, he would have had to have used his only fast repair and then hoped to stay in trouble out the rest of the night. So, good thing for Brad that paid off. As you see the 8s diving underneath the 37 there.
Yeah, he's trying to work his way back. I don't know. I said it earlier in the broadcast, Michael, that, you know, that wall come up and bite you. It'll bite you in the butt and you don't even know it. And it's just that fast.
Yeah, Homestead's a fast track. I use my clutch here, and a lot of people don't. But there's in the Cup cars, there's a mark on the wall, and if you mash that clutch in and just let it float through the corners, it slows your car down just enough. But I don't know if everybody's pedal set works the same as mine, but it's a timing track anyways. The 37 is going to cross our points leader over Brad Harris brought back up. That's James McCarson in the 37 there.
Yeah, he's making a move on the bottom side. Harris is up top.
As you can see, I think the 8 there, he was our, top 3 guy. That him just rubbing the fence just a little bit of arrow, it can really hurt you on speed and getting back there in that dirty air. It's not the same as being out front.
No, and you need all your fenders on, and you need that metal as straight as you can keep it too, because like you said, aerodynamics is important, especially at this track. Up front still, Greg Holt in the Lego machine. I'm gonna tell you what, son, you could see that thing all the way around the track, no matter where you were sitting at, if it was in a real race.
Would not miss that machine at all, which that'd be a good idea for actual Lego to sponsor a car in real life, because I guarantee it'd be a fan favorite.
Oh yeah, for sure. Second place, Brian Bartlett. Looking pretty good right now. Pretty smooth, just kind of riding around a little bit. Not really doing anything special, just comfortable in second, letting some laps wind down. He's looking pretty stout tonight.
I like that approach. You didn't see him being aggressive like them other guys were, when he just chilled, kind of slowed down, let them do what they wanted to do. And he's just happy drafting off the 3 right now.
Mr. Harris, your points leader tonight, going for the championship. He's bounced all the way back into the 8th position. It kind of makes you wonder, did he settle down a little bit, or is it a possibility him fighting up there for the lead for a while to get that all-important bonus point for leading? I wonder if he might have just slightly kind of wore his right side down just a little bit.
They go quick here. When I was testing in 10 laps, I went from 100% to 87, so they go very, very quick.
Joshua Lucas is also challenging him down on the bottom side. Gonna set him back another notch here. Pretty soon he's gonna be right back to the Valvoline guy himself, right there, of Nathan Aldridge. He's gonna be catching him here shortly.
Yes, and I think he might be the one to watch out for, because he's been sitting back there just being patient, saving tires, and he could get past that 24 and finish better at the stage, maybe pull off a stage win. That brings down the points a little more, especially if Brad Harris keeps falling back in the field.
These 5 cats right here is where the racing action is right now. Everybody else pretty much single file.
Oh, I'm hearing word from race control that actually the 8 of Joseph Causey got into Brad Harris, our leader, and put him into the wall and it's hurt his aerodynamics. So our points leader is not 100% right now.
Well, that explains why he's kind of going backwards and sinking like a rock. Hopefully he can keep that under control when it comes time to get into the pits and kind of get that thing straightened out. Like you said, we don't want to use that fast repair up, with only 19 laps down out of 150. So you gotta try to slow to get it worked on when you come into those pits.
I believe this is exactly what them other 2 guys that have a chance, this is the 14 of the Valvoline car of Nathan and our 3rd place guy wanted to see, is Brad with a little bit of down horsepower, that just boosts their chances.
Oh yeah, it definitely boosts their chances. I'll tell you right now, that 92, Jeffrey Compers, he's making a strong run trying to take that position away from James McCarson. He's wanting 3rd place pretty bad.
That Lego machine of Greg Holt, he has just sold out. He's opened up maybe a half-second lead over 2nd place there. That fresh air is key here.
Let's see what we got here. Yep, a half a second lead on the nose, Michael. You're pretty darn good at that. That's exactly what he is.
Years of guessing, because we never have lap counters when I used to broadcast on NASCAR Heat. We would just have to guess on what lap we were and how far the intervals were.
Now, ever so slowly, Joseph Cossi that bit the wall right there, he is slowly trying to wing his way back, trying to take that 4th position away from James McCarthy.
As I just seen, Nathan Aldridge, our 2nd place guy, is going to try something that I thought about. Since we're halfway in the stage, he's going to short pit. I like that idea. He's going to break the stage in half.
Right there he is. That's a pretty smart idea if you want to know the truth.
Yes, if he can sneak.
Go ahead.
Now, if them guys stay out for 2 or 3 laps, you're talking about that'd be 2 or 3 seconds gained by the full team. So that was a great strategy.
Plus, he's gonna, he's on fresher tires too. That's gonna help out tremendously. Now, I'm assuming some of these cats up here in the front, they may have gotten word that he's short pitted already. And if they start losing too much time from him, that's going to also make those guys make a decision to probably come in earlier than what they anticipated too. Am I right?
Yes, sir. That's you see a guy on pit road, after 24 laps that he's going to be a second and a half probably faster. So you want to get in the next lap, unless you're going to play total opposite strategy and try to stretch to lap 40, which I don't see anybody doing.
Tell you what, I don't know how much lucky we're going to get doing this, but there's a little thing I like to call crank it up. I kind of enjoying that, so what do you say? Let's crank it up for a little bit here. All right, looks like your leaders decided to come in already.
I've noticed that Brad, our points leader, has fallen all the way back to 13th. He wasn't 16th, but 3 guys just come on pit road. I believe he's going to try to stretch it, because I would have came in and try to fix my car.
Well, trying to stretch is one thing. I mean, he knows how his truck's handling, I'm sure. But he feels he can stick it out there a little bit longer and ride it around. And that's exactly what he's going to do, no doubt about it. He does have just a little bit of damage, I noticed, in that right front. Not a whole lot, but probably enough just to make it a little bit of a handful compared to what it was driving.
Yeah, these things in traffic on old tires, they just get a little arrow loose to where you can't hold the wheel straight. They just kind of want to go side to side on you.
Up front, so far right now, the leader is 92, Jeffrey Converse. The number 8, talking about earlier, brushed wall. Just about made our championship leader have a very, very bad night. He's sitting in second position. Franco Braventi, I believe. He's in third position. Back there, number 5. In fourth position, Brian Toole. Michael Cutler Jr. That's your top 5 right now.
And I just noticed our points leader, he finally made his way to pit road. I think he might try a 2-tire stop with only 10 to go to the end of the stage.
Oh, left sides are on, and away he goes. Like I said before, Michael, you know what it's like. It's tough, really tough, to get yourself a nice, clean, green flag pit stop. You know, you got to worry about hitting your pit stall. You got to worry about coming off the track. You got to worry about not speeding. Man, all those things cost you valuable time out there on the track.
Valuable time. A second lost in pit road is huge on this track. I mean, you just got to hit your marks perfectly, and there's no certain classes you can set where you can't speed on pit road, not in hosted races. So you got to be careful.
Right now, Jeffrey Converse in the 92 should be coming into pits, and yep, here he comes. He's going to relinquish the lead right now. Looks like Brian Toole's going to come in, and that's going to be everybody for the round pit stops. And
Okay,
it will.
so that, yep.
Go ahead.
Where's that? Let's see, where we back up to 5th is where it cycles the 3, our leader that before the round the pit stops in the Lego machine.
Man, you're right. That is a fine looking machine. I think staring at that after a while will probably get you dizzy.
Yes, he is. Them guys are on pit roads. As soon as it cycles out, he will be our leader again. Greg Holt there. Andrew, I love the choice on the paint scheme. Just a beautiful, beautiful machine.
James McCarson right here. He's 3rd in the points race. Must win for him. Stages, and Mr. Harris is going to have a bad day right along with Mr. Aldridge. But you know what? Anything can happen. It's racing.
Right now, he's last out of the 3-point contenders in this first stage. We're coming to 7 to go when they hit the stripe of the end of first raid. So that's going to knock back a few of the 17-point lead he had.
Now, we do know Mr. Aldridge, we were talking to him when we interviewed him a little bit. He's saying these stage points is what he has to have in order to have a contention to win this championship. And he's right now sitting in 4th, and Peter Hodgson is actually thinking about taking that away from him. Kind of ran him up the hill. You ran him up the hill just a little bit, Michael.
Yeah, Brad, he's in 13th, and you don't get in 0 stage points. Only the top 10 get stage points, and so that's going to hurt a little.
Well, I'll tell you, right now, 14th and Nathan Aldridge, he's giving it everything he's got. He knows that the stage is coming pretty soon to an end, and he needs to get those valuable points if he's going to get a chance to do anything here. But
yeah, I like this strategy.
He's got a long way to go, Michael.
Yeah, we still got, let's see, 6 to go before the end of the stage, but, you know, anything can still happen before the race is over as well.
Right. He's trying. I mean, just not able to do anything with him right now. Probably not gonna have the luck that he was hoping for this first stage win. But it's still extremely early in this event. Just to let everybody out there know, you are watching the High Slide Racing League. This is the championship race out there, guys. And it's between 3 cats. 3 of these fellas out here that are fighting their way for this championship. They've ran, I don't know how many weeks now they've ran. But it's all coming down to tonight. Everything's got to be in the cards. They got to be perfect tonight. And one, Mr. Brad Harris is leading it. I'll show you this real quick, guys. Right there it is. Brad Harris, Nathan Aldridge, James McCarson. Those 3 cats are fighting for this championship. And I got to tell you, Michael, right now, Brad Harris, even though he might have got into a little scuffle there with the 8 of Joseph Cossie, he's doing a pretty good job. He's still sitting in the 11th position, doing what he needs to do, staying clean.
He's fast every week. He is. If he don't get in trouble, he's going to be a contender. That's why he's in the spot he's in. The 17-point lead. I've raced a few races with him this year, and he's just always been extremely fast. So we're going to see how it's out here.
Back up front right now, though, Michael. 37, James McCarson. He is trying his heart out to get past him to get these all-precious stage points.
Here, only the top 3 gets stage points, so he has to finish in a top 3 position to get a stage point.
Well, right now he's in second position, and he's wanting that lead. Gonna dive it down into the inside right here. Gonna try to take it over. And it's a battle. Still on that outside, though. Holt's got a good run off that outside. It's making it difficult for him.
One's in a Ford and one's in a Toyota, so they're probably not teammates, but they could be friends. And maybe the three, you know, say, hey, you know, we'll make this points battle a little more interesting. I'll let you have the stage win. I have nothing for the big win.
Exactly. I would probably guess maybe, I would say, Carson probably told Holt, hey, you know what? You give me the stage points, buddy. I'll mail you a nice warm can of beer in the mail.
Gonna concern Brad Harris, you know, coming in with a 7th. I don't know how many he's going to earn, but I believe it's going to be 10 for first place, 6 for second place, and 2 points for third place. So 10 points he's going to make up on Brad Harris. That's going to be huge if he holds on to the lead for this last lap here.
And it looks like he's going to hold on to the lead. He's out there by about two truck lengths right now on Holt, and I don't think he's really going to challenge him.
Oh, the 3 of Holt, he really dove there and almost got bit by the turn 4 you've been talking about.
All right, there is your stage winner.
Jack Carson, that was a really, really good job. Doing what he needs to do, go out there, win the stage. Gonna make this thing interesting. That was a good job by him.
Oh, it was a really good job. And you know what? I'm pretty sure that, you know, that's one step down. You got to worry about that stage 2, and then you got to try to get this win, and you know, kind of hope. Unfortunately, you hate to say this, but it comes right down to these other cats having a bad night, and you know, kind of hope they have a bad night because you're racing your tail end off. He's already got stage 1 underneath his belt, so he's got part of his plan down, and he's succeeded in it and made it successful. So it should be pretty good here to watch this at the end of this race. I think this cat right here is the one that we're going to have to watch out for.
Really, really smart. You know, like I said, and it gives you a little boost of confidence, saying, you know what, I won stage 2. I've made up 10 points that I was sitting behind him. I got a chance that I can win this thing. We do know our championship leader, Brad Harris, is ready. That he was happy that yellow come out so he can get on pit road. He may or may not use this fast repair depending on how much damage he has from that early incident. I'm assuming he'll probably just sit on pit road and fix it.
Well, we're going to watch him on his pit stop. We're going to see exactly what he does. Joshua Lucas, I gotta be honest with you, I simply love that old Hauvelin paint scheme he's got, the old Davey Allison days.
Yeah, that is a great paint job. That was actually my favorite driver before he passed away. Davey would have been great.
I was a Davey Allison fan, then went to an Ernie Irvin fan.
Same here, man. I pulled for Swervin Irvin, and then he got hurt, and it was like the car was cursed.
Yep. You know what? He didn't stay in the pits very long. If he had some damage, Michael, he didn't have very much damage because he got some tires and fuel, and he was on his way.
It's been very minimal, but even just minimal damage on a 1.5 mile, 98 aero compared to everybody else having 100, just a few tenths, but we'll see what happens here in stage 2.
Sitting out front right now, Jeffrey Converse, he's got 12 lap old tires. Michael Cutler Jr.'s got 14 lap old tires. Now Art Milan's coming in. You got a couple cats out there that did not pit this time.
Gonna make things interesting on the restart of they gotta have a really good pit stop that if they slide their tires, they stack up, and that one wreck could change everything.
Brian Toole, Andrew Schroeder, those two guys have phenomenal pit stops. They're sitting out there right in front of our leader, caution flew. Definitely some different pit strategies there.
Yeah, some of these guys could have pitted late, maybe in the first stage, trying to stretch it, and maybe when they took 2 tires at the beginning of the new stage, right sides, because their lefts weren't that bad. But I'm with you. That 37 car is going to be the car to watch. I mean, he's got a plan. And that 3 as well, even though he's not in the championship hunt. But he could be hunting down a win here at Homestead tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, that 37 is definitely stout. Right now, top 5 guys: Converse, Bolter, Tool, Schroeder, Carson. All right, there's your top 5. 44 of 150 down, Michael.
Yeah, that's about 1/3 of the race is over, but unless there's an accident on the track, there will be no more cautions at the end of the stages. The rest of the stages, I believe, are under green. So if it's a clean race, it's going to be real interesting. Getting on and off pit road is going to be really important.
While we got the pace car still out there, I'll go ahead and I'll plug my broadcasting guys I work with, MaxSpeedTV. You guys check us out on Facebook. Subscribe to us. You got about 8,000 and I think it's 8,800 and some subscribers. Go ahead and subscribe to us. We give away a bunch of stuff when we can to people, and it's your best way of getting involved with all these races that we broadcast. You can watch them just about any time you want to watch them. And hop on YouTube with us when we're broadcasting. We simply love chatting with the guys out here. If you guys are looking for a really good truck race, obviously this is the championship race, but they're going to be firing back up here pretty soon again. And that's this High Slide Racing League. You guys get in there, hop on their Facebook page, get up on iRacing, hit the join button, see what you got to do to get in this race with these guys. They got some openings still. It's a fixed setup. I've talked to quite a few of these guys, Michael, and this is a really, really good, friendly league.
Yeah, it's a whole different feeling. I've been in leagues with a lot of drama, and these guys are, mostly adults. There's no kids, and it's a fun. It's meant to be, have a good time, but serious. And let's sim race just like real truck series guys do in real life.
Well, lights off on that pace car, buddy. You know what that means, don't you?
Boogity, boogity, boogity. We're going to go green. I'm going to keep my eyes on that 37. I think he's, with these 2 guys out front having old tires, I want to see if he's aggressive and tries to get out to that clean air.
I'm thinking he's probably going to want to get back out there and put a little real estate between him and some of these other cats, and he can get in a groove and just kind of run around here and knock some laps down.
Brad Harris, he's up to 9th now, so it's going to be fun to keep an eye on him, too, to see how he does. I'm sure he fixed his truck up, and he's probably going to try to head back to the front as well.
Pace car should be running away here in just a few seconds, and there he goes. Darts out of the way. 92 gets a pretty good jump there. Converse lays on that loud pedal, going through the gears, and he's got himself a pretty good little jump. But you know what? And so did the 37, and we got ourselves a caution.
Yeah, I think race control may have not liked that restart by the 92. They think he may have got, or no, I am actually hearing that somebody missed a shift, actually, or spun tires.
Now let me go back here. Let's see if I can find him. I might have him right here. Take a peek. We're gonna run him back here. I think the 55 may have been the guy. Gotta run him all the way back here because he's got the abilities to do this. Actually, it wasn't him, was it? Let's see. Take a look and see. It happened up just above him. Looks like it's the 4 that done this. Franco, I think, is the one caused this one. Take another peek one more time. Him and the number 8. Got into it just a little bit. Yeah, that's exactly what happened, Michael. He may have missed a shift or whatever. Brought the number 8 down here, and he slammed into him. There's quite a few of them going out. I know Joseph Bossy right there, he may end up using the fast repair.
Yeah, there's a few that's going to have to on that one, unfortunately. And you're going to have to just go ahead and try to stay clean the rest of the night.
Yep, Joseph is in. Number 8 machine, and poof, just like that. Thank you very much. He ended up using his fast repair, and that's something you want to keep a note on because he's got over 100 laps to go to try to keep the fenders on that thing. And you know as well as I do, that's tough to do.
Yeah, as you know, can tell on these restarts, these guys are being aggressive. They're trying to get track position. Track position is key in these races, and they're not holding nothing back because there's 3 guys out there running a championship, which thank goodness none of our championship guys got in that incident, but it could have happened.
So far, there's no biters going down for the pit road, obviously, since they just came out of it. Still looking at your top 5 right here. Converse, Tool, McCarson, Coulter, Schroeder.
Yeah, these guys, they're talking about how they're, going to prevent that from happening again, because that changed a few guys' races.
Mr. Aldridge, I mean, he's all the way back in 16th position. That is not where he wants to be, I am sure. Our points leader, Mr. Harris, Michael, sitting right there, 7th position. And I do not believe he's used a fast repair tonight, so that is definitely a good thing to have in your back pocket.
Yes, it is. Homestead's not a track known for a lot of wrecks like Martinsville or anything, but you always want to have, that safety card.
All quiet, sitting right there. That's another one I was told to kind of watch out for. John Mickey into 54, sitting in 8th place. King of the Hill. Trying to be, hey, he's got that propane and the propane products on there, doesn't he?
Yeah, I like that paint scheme, actually. That's a pretty cool paint scheme. Yeah, what I'm hearing over the radio is what we seen on replay. The 8, got into, I believe, the 4, and the 55 got into it, but wasn't nothing intentionally. It's going to be interesting. These restarts, cautions breed cautions.
Absolutely. And here's a little fun fact. In 12th position is the number 4 of Franco, and starting right beside him will be the number 8 of Joseph Cassi, the two that kind of brought out this caution. Just a little fun fact.
Joseph was our pole sitter in that 8, and we seen him, get into his fence just a little bit, and he dropped back a lot, but we know he's got a fast car because he put it on the pole tonight. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can get back to the front.
All the way
he
back.
He did use his fast repair.
Yep,
I did hear that.
You're right, he did. All the way back. 16th position, the guy who's led some laps coming in right now into the down the pit road again. Might be topping off just a little bit, kind of a different strategy. Greg Holt, that Lego machine.
Not a bad move if, we're on lap 51 out of, you said, I believe, 150 tonight.
150,
so that's
yeah.
fun. Yeah, not a bad move, actually.
Now, he's led 21 laps tonight. I mean, he's no stranger to being up front either, so. Lights are out on the pace car. These guys are going to double up. We're going to do it again. You are watching High Slide Racing League. This is the championship race tonight. Will be decided amongst three of these cats trying to battle it out.
Where that 37 is, he's sitting right there in the catbird seat with the first car with fresh tires in third. I'm kind of liking his chances at the moment.
Yeah, Jeffrey up there in the 92. He did not come into pit road. He's got 21 lap old tires. And Brian Toole in the 5 and the top side's got 9. So we'll see if James doesn't decide to just jump out there about as quick as he can to get out in front of this. Brian Toole up on the high side, Michael. Takes it up high and wide. Trying to get that position. Trying to get a little bit of that lead. But at the same time, he kind of opens it up in the bottom just a little bit for McCarson.
There we go. They're fixing to go green. Let's see if the good 92 gets another good restart like he did. It looks like the 5 got a great restart on the outside. The 92 of Jeffrey Converse comes back on the low side.
We've got ourselves a race. You could throw a blanket over 4th place all the way to 10th place, I think, back here. Andrew Schroeder to 48's leading the pack 2 by 2 by 2.
Oh, they're 3 wide back here. I'm keeping my eye on it and seeing if anybody's willing to give. Our championship leader was right there.
Yeah, he's right in the middle in the hornet's nest, if you want to call it that,
sir.
Michael. And I'm pretty sure that he's shaking in his rig right now, white knuckle riding it around there. Not liking being in the middle 3 wide right now.
You know, he's had a little bit of bad luck issues tonight. He might be a little worried. You know, you hate to lose a championship that way.
Yeah, you do not want to look in your rearview mirror right now because they are coming and they're all over him.
Three wide again, the 48, 24, and 54. This is interesting. Like I said, these cautions bunch them back up, and you just got to white knuckle it, get through there, and try to make your way to the front.
Brad Harris said, I've had enough of this 3 wide crap. He put the pedal to the metal, and he just shot himself out of there like a cannon to get out in that clear air by himself for a little bit, sitting in that 5th position. Back up front, James McCarson one more time. He's up there and he's leading it again. You want to talk about a miracle?
Battle back here is huge. They got back from 10th back. I'm glad our points leader Brad Harris got through that because it's just a hornet's nest back here.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy back here, isn't it? You got the old 3, Greg Holt, the Lego machine. He's fighting his way pretty hard trying to get down to the bottom. You've got the 4 of Franco Graventine, I believe. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but it sounds good to me. Nevertheless, it's not stopping him. He's fighting his way back up. He's got the 14th position right now, looking at it.
Look who's taking over the lead, the 37 of James McCarson, our Stage 1 winner. Brad Harris is back in 5th, but right now, I don't know what the points difference is because him winning that stage, but it's got to be a lot closer than it was.
Yeah, maybe race control might be able to help us out on that eventually. One of us will let us know how things are shaking out throughout the night. But I will tell you one thing. If James McCarson does not win this race tonight, it's not going to be because of lack of trying, because this guy is on the wheel.
Yeah, I think he's put some work in this week and did a lot of practice, and he knows his marks right now, and he has a really, really good truck.
Pulled out to almost a half a second lead over the 2nd place. And speaking of 2nd place, the 92, Jeffrey Converse, has got trucks all over him. Real quick, while we got the time, let's hop in. Brad Harris, your points leader. Got to ride along with him around through here just a little bit. Let's see what he sees. You can hear him feathering feathering that loud pedal ever so slightly like he's got an egg underneath the thing, and that's exactly what you got to do.
Yeah, that's a smart way to drive, especially if you know you're going for a championship. As I'm back here watching the 3, he's came in, topped off his tanks, restarted 18th. He's all the way back up to 12th, cutting through traffic. We know he's got a good truck in that Lego machine.
Still watching through Brad Harris's point of view in his cockpit, and he's got trucks in front of him, beside him, behind him. He is still in a hornet's nest back here.
Yeah, that 8 and the 24 have been by each other all night. As you can see, the 92 stayed out with all the tires. He's starting to fade. And the guys with new tires are starting to move to the front. That's how big tires are here. It's a huge difference.
Joseph Cassi, and then number 8 now, he's on a mission. He's already up in the 2nd place right now. He's got his sights set on McCarson up there.
Yeah, he set pole tonight. I believe he thinks he can win this race. You know, he don't have a chance of winning the championship, and he has nothing to lose but just to go out and get that win.
I can guarantee you right now, McCarson's looking in his rearview mirror, and he's probably thinking, thank God that I'm leading this thing, because it is getting crazy back here in the back.
Yes, and I'm hearing from race control that the points lead is down to only 7 points because of the James McCarson winning that stage. He gained 10 points on the 24, Brad Harris. So now we got a 7-point difference between 1st and 2nd for the championship here in the High Slide Cup Series, Truck Series.
It doesn't get any better than that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you right now. We certainly appreciate everybody that's out here watching us tonight. Definitely appreciate it. Appreciate the Dirty South Racing Network. They're tuning in and watching this. We got a lot of guys out here. A lot of different leagues are out here watching this race. They know it's going to be a tight one.
Yeah, these guys put on good racing, man. It's not, even at the shorter tracks, I know Martinsville, there's a few cautions, but these guys try to put on a show for the fans. It's not a wreck fest, so they want to be as professional as they can about it. And James McCarson, man, him and the 8 and the 24, all 3 got fast trucks. But the 37, he's trying to set sail. Not even look in the mirror right now.
Well, Brad Harris must have got the word that it's only a 7-point difference between him and the leader right now, because he stepped it up a little bit. He's working on his way to try to get up into that 2nd or 3rd position right now.
Yeah, so we know that 77 truck's strong. He's been in top 3 all night, and him getting around that 77 improves. He's just got a really good truck. Like I said, the 8 and the 24 have just been stuck, you know, right by each other all night. So hopefully they're good friends here.
So far, so good. Harris has got his game face back on. I think that was a kick in the butt that he needed when he found out that McCarson was only 7 points behind him, because as old Buddy Baker used to say, that truck's on a rail right now, because he's coming, and he's coming in a hurry.
Yes, he's trying to get underneath the 8. He's ready to lead some laps. I don't know if the guy who leads the most laps gets the extra point, but he's trying to get out front.
3 wide at the top, right at the very front, trying to make it 3 wide. On the bottom, Brad Harris keeps it down there, sticks the nose in, and says, thank you very much. It's time for me to get my lead back. James McCarson on the bottom, battling like crazy. Or, I'm sorry, I'll get it right in a minute. Joseph Cassi in the number 8 is battling James McCarson for 3rd. Oh, up against the wall is the 37.
Oh. Yeah, trouble. That's what happened in the old over push, you know, on them old tires. Like you said, that turn for a wall can bite you. That was actually coming out of 2, but it's just as bad as 4. The trucks get tight.
Still back up front, Mr. Harris is leading the pack down through here. Joseph Cossey, second place. And there's the 77 of Brian Bartlett. And look at one point in time, the Lego man himself, Greg Holt, he was all the way down in like 14th position. He's setting up here in 3rd.
Yes, sir. He is coming like a rock or a cannon. It's hard to get through traffic like that, and man, he's got a really impressive truck.
Well, they always say the cream comes to the top eventually when they figure out the line and they figure their tire wear and everything. And these 4 cats actually right now, these guys are putting on a great show. And you know, you think there's 10 laps to go in the race.
We're not even halfway home, and they're going, all pedal to the metal right now. As the 8's going to look low on Brad Harris, our points leader. He hasn't been scared to race him. A lot of guys are scared to race. A guy from going for a championship, but they're not scared. They want to win this race.
Once again, let's have some fun. Let's get into the cockpit of the Lego man himself, taking it down all the way to the white line, trying to inch his way up into the first position. And it looks like he has succeeded for right now. He did pull that off, but on the top side, he's fighting right back, is Joseph Cossey. Shuffle Mr. Harris back just a bit. You know what? I think they got a little bit too racy for him.
That might be a smart decision. All he has to beat is 3 guys. He don't have to win the race. He just got to finish ahead of them other 3 guys. But 7-7 of Byron Bartlett there, and he has done great all night. He's been in the top 3 all night, and his paint scheme isn't, something eye-popping like the Lego one, but, he might end up... Ooh, as him and Brad Harris make contact.
They did give themselves just a bit of a kiss right there. The guy that's been dominating, Michael, throughout this entire race, when he just touched the wall, that sent him all the way back into 14th position.
Oh, that's tough. Yeah. Just like it just don't seem like it takes much damage to put you on. That's how close this group is,
Well, I know.
Few 10.
He's driving like he's definitely not a happy campy. Somebody definitely peed in his Wheaties or whatever you want to call it, because he is flying himself. He's trying to get back up there. I mean, he's really pushing that truck, pushing it really hard.
Yeah, we just hit lap 75. We're halfway as the Lego truck and just got ahead of Joseph Cossey. So we got a battle between the 3 and the 8. The 8's going to try to dive back and thinks better of it. Brad Harris is still holding on there in 4th, our points leader, so the damage didn't hurt him too bad.
I'm pretty thinking if these 3 cats up here and the top's going to be as racy as they are, I'm thinking it might be in his best interest to sit there and hang back around that 4th and 5th position. We've got a caution right now.
Yeah, I believe we had trouble somewhere on the racetrack. I heard over the radio someone say something, so...
Yeah, that's always fun trying to figure out who it was.
I believe the 48 was involved because I see him down on going a little slower than the rest and looks a little beat up around the rear.
He kind of did get smacked up just a bit, didn't he? Well, the great thing about iRacing is you can follow them around the track right to where it occurred. That's exactly what we're going to do. Wow. Looks like the 48 just absolutely slammed the Halvolin guy. I mean, he hit him hard.
Yeah, let's see if he comes in and uses it. I'm watching on his screen right now that he's in on pit road.
Yeah, he just came right in and plowed the 32
Yeah, that
of
was pretty
Joshua
hard there.
Lucas. Yeah, he hit him so hard you could see the smoke flying out of that 48. Obviously, that's a fast repair being used up.
Yeah, you seen that puff of smoke? That was a motor going. So yes, there the 48 does not have his fast repair is gone.
Here comes the Lego man himself. All your
And
leaders.
I'm hearing that could be the end of the stage. Stage 2 was supposed to be lap 80. It's lap 78. Since they're not going to go back green before lap 80, the running order, that's going to be once again the 37 leading at the end of stage 2. So that's going to make the points battle even closer. Maybe I'm wrong here. It's showing 10th place.
Yeah,
Unless he stayed out just to get them points, you know, that'd be pretty smart.
if he did, hopefully Race Control can let us know about that. I'm curious to see. 26 lap old tires. Jason Mize, I believe, is that last name. And the Papa John's. He is being showed the leader right now. And he's not no more.
Yeah, that's brilliant strategy if that's the way it's going to work out. We'll see here.
We've got some lap traffic setting up here, but Greg Holt, the number 3, the Lego machine, they are showing him first. Joseph Cassi, the number 8, second, third. Brad Harris, your points leader tonight. 4th place, 77, Bryant Bartlett. 5th place, John Mickey. 6th, Adam Gardner. 7th, Donnell Williams. Sorry about that. 8th place is the 7, Jason Mize. 9th, Jeffrey Converse. And 10th place, James McCarson. After smacking the wall, booted himself back a little bit into a little bit of traffic. Slowly making his way back up front. But you know what, Michael? I'm pretty sure that this guy right here is not going to have a problem.
No, he has a really good truck underneath him. And I'm hearing that actually stage 2 is at the end of lap 100, not lap 80. So we're still going to have about 20 laps to go to the end of stage 2, which is going to make things interesting. Them guys are going to be fighting with a 7-point difference for that stage win.
Oh, yeah.
Cautions may not be over.
Now, looks like they kept it on again. You know what? There's quite a few trucks out here. They've either used their fast repairs or they basically kept the fenders on it because I don't see too many of them that are beat up, Michael.
No, they're all in pretty good shape. I have not noticed any trucks, you know, that looks like they're too bad. I do know of a few trucks that did go ahead and use their fast repairs, but most of these guys still have. It's been a pretty good race. They've kept it pretty clean. They're driving really respectful. I believe the second half of this race, though, things might, you know, change a little.
Still trying to get things situated out here. I think Race Control is still getting everybody sorted out. And while they're doing that, if you guys like the broadcast and everything's pretty good, you're happy with us here I think we're doing a pretty good job. Got my buddy up in here, Michael Pittman, my sidekick, And I certainly appreciate him coming in here and helping me out. Usually I'm by myself, but if you guys like what you're hearing, hey, be a pal. Throw us a thumbs up over there. Make me look good in front of my bosses over at MaxSpeedTV. I'd certainly appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm happy to join you. I've watched MaxSpeedTV for a while. Actually, I've only been on iRacing for about 3 months, and this is the actual first race I've ever broadcasted on iRacing. So,
I'll tell
a new
you what,
milestone.
son, you're pretty doggone good. If anything, you might be better than me. I better watch it. You might be taking my spot. Speaking of
I'm
spots,
good at talking. I'm not good at working the camera.
I'll tell you, it's tough. But you know what? Pace car is gone. It's time to do something here. And as usual, Greg Holt is taking off with vengeance. Jumping out to a pretty good lead right now. He's not getting away from that 8.
Yeah, Greg Holt has at least I'd say a top 3 truck tonight. You know, him, Joseph Causey, our points leader, Brad Harris. I mean, there's 5 guys I believe that can win this race, and they're all right up there battling. Except the 37. I don't know where he's at right now, but he has a truck capable of winning this thing too.
He is sitting all the way back right here by himself, trying to catch up to these cats, sitting in a 9th position. And I can assure you, probably within about 5 laps, you're going to see him in the top 3.
Yeah, I believe he's on a mission. You know, just a little bit of contact with the wall send him all the way back there. But I believe he's going to try as hard as he can. You know, there's only 17 to go to the end of the stage. He can't let Brad win this stage, or that's just going to open the stage points right back up to a 17-point difference.
I'm pretty sure the 24, Brad Harris, he realizes stage 2 is getting ready to come up on us fast. He is all over the butt of Joseph Causey for 2nd place.
That's what I was thinking. If you're the 3 and the 8, do you hold him off, or do you let him have it? You know, knowing that he has, yeah.
I guess it depends how. I guess it depends how close you live to the guy, huh?
It looks like to me that they're going to race him. It looks like Joseph kind of backs off a little bit. We did notice at the end of the other stage, the 3 kind of get, a break to the 37. Will he do the same thing for the 24? We'll have to see here. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, the 24, he's going for it. He knows he needs to get every bonus point that he can get. That 37 has been stout all night long.
Yeah, I believe that would open it back up to 17 points. So, that's a pretty comfortable lead. So, but if the 3 and the 37 are friends, that 3 can make it hard on him.
Well, I don't know, but I can tell you, if Greg Holt looks in his rearview mirror, well, you don't have to now. He can look out the side and see him, because here he comes. This would be a huge boost for Brad Harris right now if he can win this stage. Talking about a guy that's driving the wheels off the truck. Now, Harris has. He's been involved in a couple of fender benders. I'm not sure, but I think he might have even scraped the wall at one point in time. But you know what? It ain't bothered him any. He's one cool cat.
Yeah, fresh air is key. That he wants that 13 to go to that stage win. He wants to open it back out to a 17-point lead, and he's in a catbird seat right now.
Well, I know he's going to have a big sigh of relief and take a deep, deep breath if he can just hold off to get this stage points win. Greg Holt's taking a look out of the inside. Just don't think he's got it.
Yeah, James McCarson, he's in 8th place. I don't think he's going to be able to get to the front to be able to prevent Brad from winning the stage with 12 to go. So it's in Brad's hands right now.
Yeah, that's pretty much, if Brad can get out here and get this stage 2 win, that's pretty much going to take the sails right out of the 37 of Jamie McCarson back here in 8th place. It's really not going to matter that he won that first stage.
I think the 77 has a truck that's capable of running with Brad Harris. As you see, Holtz got underneath him.
Right now, buddy, Holt wants that stage. I mean, he wants it bad.
They know that would make everything, things really, really interesting to keep it at a 7-point difference. Pretty much if it's a 17-point difference, it could almost be over unless Brad gets into a wreck or something. So they want to keep it as close as possible.
I don't know. What do? You try to do a little bit of blocking to get that all those stage points, the stage 2 win, or do you just kind of let him go by if he got the muscle to let him go by, or try to block him a little bit?
If he has a better truck, I'm going to let him go just because, if he can get to my bumper once, he can get to my bumper twice and move me if he wants to, which I'm sure he wouldn't do that, to the championship leader. But I've seen stranger things happen. 3 is definitely not cutting him no slack. He's trying his hardest to get around him. It's just a 24's running the line he needs to run right now. So it's going to make it hard for the 3 to get by.
8 at the line this time for the second stage right now. Brad Harris is your champion leader. He's the champion leader right now. This is the last race of the season for the High Slide Racing League. Harris has it, wanting those points. Stage 2 win. Greg Holt in the number 3, doing everything he can. He wants to get it up there. He wants the stage 2 win.
Yeah, it's going to come down to who has saved a little bit of tires, who has it figured out, But right now, Brad's just running a perfect line to where it would be really hard to get around him on the high side, I believe. It's going to be tough to beat.
Well, right now, he's got a whole rearview mirror of Mr. Lego himself.
And that's a good strategy from the 3. Sometimes you can get right on someone's bumper and intimidate them into, going right into that wall. He's looking underneath him right now. He can get a good run into turn 3 here. It might happen.
Exactly what he did. He drove by him like it was nothing. They call it high slide racing. I just wonder if you're going to give him a little slide job here, maybe. 24 is right back underneath him.
Yeah, because you get a good draft here, and the 3 used it to his advantage, and I thought the 24 may, try to pull the same thing off, but this is going to be interesting as we're going to come to 5 to go when it hits the stripe. Top 4 trucks you can put underneath a blanket right now.
I'll tell you, it almost looks like, man, he's getting a great off turn 4. Greg Holt gets a really good run off there. Puts just a little bit of real estate between him and the 24 of Harris.
Yeah, I believe Brad Harris, the way it looked to me, in the early part of the stages, he was going really, really, really hard. And so was the 3, because he started in the back there. But I think the 3 may have saved just a little more tires than the 24 did. It could be coming down the tires right now.
Yeah, they all got 17 laps on these tires right now. All these cats do. At least the top 3 anyway. Or top 4.
Yeah, there's some of these guys that just sit there for hours and hours and play with the steering offsets and stuff like that and getting on and off just to figure out what works the best for saving tires. I'm not good at it myself, but I know there's some guys out there that are just really great. It's the 8's looking underneath our points leader, Brad Harris. And Joseph Causey, that was our pole sitter. He clears him. Yeah, 27 P2.
He's bringing 77 of Bartlett right with him here, trying.
Yeah, Byron Bartlett has been in that top 4 all night. Like I said, the scheme is not as fancy as the Lego, but he is driving a well of a race right now. All 4 of these guys up here in the top.
Whoa! I'm not sure which one. It was either the 8 or the 24 right there. Just gave us some sparks to the face and flipped the wall just a little bit. The 8's no stranger to that wall. He's done it once tonight already. So has the 24.
Yeah, they're not holding back nothing. They're 100% all out. I believe we're 2 to go to the end of the stage. It's going to be interesting. I think it's Greg Holt's to lose.
Holt's on top. Joseph Cossie is on the bottom.
Looking low.
Yeah, he's looking low on the bottom. Really good now, Michael. I think he's going to take it.
He looks like he might be one of them guys that just knows how to save just a little more tires. Tires are everything at this point. And he gets him because the 3 couldn't hold the bottom. So Joseph Cossie, our pole sitter, is back out front after an early incident.
Coming up to the line right now. Who's it going to be? Hold on top. Cossie on the bottom.
I believe they said at the end of lap 100, so we'll see here. I believe it.
Whoa, slams into the wall. Cossie again. That's the 3rd time he's been into the wall. Lost some momentum for sure.
Yeah, that's hurting him. Really, he has a really fast truck. They were put it in the pole, but he's pushing just a little hard for the stage win. I would concentrate more on the bigger picture myself, the win of the race. But that Greg Holt is our stage 2 winner. It is going to stay green though. No cautions on the end of stage 2.
Well, we'll let everybody know out there. Greg Holt was the stage 2. Congratulations to him. And that great looking paint job makes me want to go out and play with some Legos. Or step on them anyway. Have you ever done that, Michael?
Yes, I got a 3-year-old that leaves them all over the house, and I get up in the middle of the night to go try to get a drink and step on one, and it feels like someone stabbed my foot.
I'll tell you what, between the Legos and those G.I. Joes, man, my son will leave them things laying around. I'd step on them. Wow, they just about send you to the roof.
Yeah, it's nothing you want to find in the middle of the night when you're trying to go find a snack or a drink or something in the dark.
Still riding along in that 9th position. James McCarson. Looks like he's coming into the pits, Michael, right now.
Yeah, he doesn't have, the stage is over. It's a pretty good time to, we're at 49 to go. It seems like maybe they're splitting it up into, different amount of laps. A good short pitting, it could be a good strategy.
Slid back just a little bit, Brad Harris in the 4th position. He is your leader as far as points goes for this championship league race tonight. I'm pretty sure, Michael, when Joseph Cossie smacked that wall for the 2nd time in about 3 laps, I think he just decided to get out of it a little bit, back off.
All right, I'm getting word now. Since the 24 finished 3rd, he did get 2 stage points, so it is a 9-point difference between James McPherson and Brad Harris right now. 9 points is the difference for the championship.
That is close. Dove Gaming out here in YouTube land is saying this is some good racing. Dub, it is. Great racing, actually.
Yeah, I was really happy to find this league. I've been race clean, if it's been an incident or anything like that, it hasn't been something on purpose. It's been, accidental contact. There's not been no arguing in the chat, anything like that. Everybody gets along. It's a great group to be a part of.
I've talked to quite a few of these guys. They seem like just down-to-earth fun guys. Speaking of which, down-to-earth top 5 fun guys: Holt, Cossie, Bartlett, Harris, Converse. That's your top 5 right now, Michael.
Yes, as we got some of the guys I hear on the radio hitting pit road. The 77 just hit pit road of Byron Bartlett. He was one of our top 4 guys, but the 3 and the 8, they've seemed to stay out. But I bet you they're probably fixing to come in here in just a minute.
Well, they're running the top 6 cats. They're running on 29 lap tires.
Yeah, that's a long ways to stretch your tires. I believe you said the fuel window is 35 to 40. Usually tires go before fuel, so they got to be getting down there. The 3, he's doing a phenomenal job tonight, and so is the 8 of Joseph Cossey. It's just them 2 guys right there have just been the class of the field so far.
I'll tell you, if you would have asked me about 15 laps ago, I would have said the man to beat right now would have been James McCarson.
He was in the catbird seat until he that wall, and I believe he might have to use his fast repair to get back in this thing. He can't sit on pit road unless a caution comes out to fix it.
Now he's all the way down in the 8th position. He's just not making much headway at all. But he's only got 4-lap old tires, so he should be able to run these guys down a little bit. But at some point, these guys are going to realize these cats are on fresh tires. They're going to catch them. They're going to have to come in a pit eventually.
Yeah, I believe these top 2 may be trying a different strategy since they have nothing to gain besides just the win. So maybe they stretch it out a little farther than they have. As a 3, just as we said, that Holt, he gets on pit road as Joseph Cossey in the 8 stays out. But I do not know how many guys have pitted and how many guys have stayed out.
Well,
I noticed.
I can tell you real quick, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The top 6 guys have not pitted, and everybody else has. 32 lap tires right now for Joseph Cossey. 31 lap tires for the 92. Brad Harris is the same way, 32 lap. John Mikey, same thing, 32. Jason Mize, 29.
He just got on pit road. He seen what the other guys were doing. He come in.
You can lose a lot of time, as you see they're all coming in now. You got a cat back there in 6th or 7th place that's on fresh tires, and you're on 30-lap old tires. He's going to gain, and he's going to gain big if you continue trying to push it out there.
Most definitely. I did notice the guy we had in our pre-race interview, he is all the way back here in 14th place in the Valvoline car, Nathan Aldridge. I don't know if he's just saving tires or if he just is a little bit off tonight, you know.
You know what? He was doing pretty darn good there at the beginning of this race, and then he kind of got tangled up in a little bit of a mess. I think he might have touched the wall one time, but I don't know if the truck's just not coming to him. He's not finding the line that he likes, but he's falling back, and he's been kind of staying back here nice and quiet for a while.
Yes, he could be back there, you know what I'm saying, but not showing his hand, you know, but you would think that he'd be trying to get every point, you know, as he can, there, all the stage points he could, but we'll see here as we're getting down to less than 40 laps to go. We're about 37 to go now.
As everybody shuffles through their pits, the timing screen catches all back up with everybody. As of right now, still, the Lego man himself, Greg Holt, he is scoring the leader at this time. And there he is, James McCarson, 37. Now, he is on 10-lap old tires, so his pit strategy is definitely different from the rest of these cats.
Yeah, I kind of like that, you know, to gain some track position, try something, and that put him from about 8th back to 2nd. Even though, like you said, he has 10-lap older tires. If a caution come out right now, you know, that would maybe help him. As we see the 15 of Art Milne actually going a lap down here, so that, I don't know if he may have got in any trouble, but Greg Holt, like you said, that Lego machine has been strong tonight.
likely, if I'm a betting man here, and I kind of am, I'm betting you James McCarson's probably praying at some point in time, hopefully a caution does come out that's going to get him back into sequence with the rest of these cats. And if it does, he's going to be staying up there in that second place. All the way back, 5th place, Brad Harris, your championship points leader right now.
Yes, he has a 9-point cushion, so he don't really... I would be conservative and just race that I'm fighting the championship with. Wow, Brian Bartlett in that 77, he must have had a really bad pit stop. He is all the way back in 16th now, I've just noticed.
If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I thought I saw him miss his pit box. Not sure, though.
That would do it. That's what happened to me at Martinsville, and it put me a lap down, and I finally got my laps back, and then a wreck happened right in front of me, and I blew a motor, and I accidentally did not uncheck my fast path, and I was so mad at myself.
I can't tell you how many times myself and everybody out there watching, and probably the guys out here on the track, they've hit their fast repairs and they forgot to uncheck it, and they end up using it for no reason whatsoever, and it screwed them throughout the whole entire race.
Yeah, I was kicking myself in the butt bad because yeah, I knew it was a playoff race, and I had guys that seemed like me that were in the playoff hunt all night, so I was being conservative, waiting until the last 20 laps to race, and that's when trouble struck. So you always want to have that, like I said, that safety card, your get out of jail free card in your back pocket.
Franco in the number 4 car, and I'm not even about to say that last name. I think it's Gravantine, but I'm not sure. Gravantini. Anyway, he was caught up in that one caution that we had. He managed to get his fast repair, get things back out there. He's out in 5th place right now. He's got 16 lap old tires. He's out of sequence a little bit, but nevertheless, he has managed to get it back up into the 5th place standing so far here tonight.
31 laps to go, and I just noticed on my screen Brad Harris has his new tires have caught up to the guy he's racing championship for. He just passed him for 3rd place, so the short pit strategy didn't quite pay off in the long run, but it was a good try.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't know. I mean, at the beginning of this race, you would have thought they would nobody got to touch the 37 of James McCarson, and Brad Harris, it's a possibility he got back there in the back and kind of got tangled up a little bit, and he said, forget this crap. The best place for me is to try to get out here as close to the front as I can and stay out of trouble.
Yeah, I believe you're right. Like I did hear from race control, the 8 and the 24 had a little contact, which sent the 24 in the wall in stage 1. So that's why he was in the back a little. But since he's used his fast repair or fixed that thing, he's had the best truck out of the championship 3 anyways.
Now, here's a question. Obviously, most of these cats are probably going to have to come in, I imagine, possibly one more time. They do not have enough fuel to go all the way, do they?
No, I would believe the 37, he's going to be coming in pretty soon, I would think. He pitted about 13 laps ago, but yeah, they're all going to at least have to pit one more time. Some may take 4, some may only have to take 2.
Exactly. And if there's no cautions between now and the end of this race, once again, that almighty green flag pit stop. Run all night, an hour, hour and a half, or whatever you're running, get your laps down, to get right down to the nitty-gritty of this. And, fatigue sets in just a little bit. I know it's not racing the real thing in the car, but when you're sitting in a rig like this, or, staring at these screens, or staring at your whatever you call that you put on your face. I don't have one of those things, but anyway, that virtual reality stuff, it still gets you kind of dizzy a little bit. You get wore out, you get sweaty. And these guys right here, they got to do one perfect pit stop one more time.
Yes, it's tough. if you've ever ran a full Coke 600, you know, it's tough. It's one key that I found: lower your force feedback so you don't wear your arms totally out by the end of the race. But when you got that pressure on you, one mistake or by overshooting your pit stop, you know, that makes a huge difference. But we're gonna see. We're coming down to about 28, 26 to go here. Been a relatively caution-free night, besides the one incident we had, and then the caution for the stage 1 ending. But it's been a really clean race.
As of right now, Harris has got to be pretty pleased. Third position, there ain't nobody bothering him, there ain't nobody around him. Just kind of riding around, relaxed, taking it easy, hitting his marks, keeps things clean, makes himself a pretty good pit stop. And it's a very, very good chance he may have wrapped up this championship.
Yes, I believe if a caution don't happen, it could be a done deal. It's going to take a caution to bunch the field back up with 25 to go and put everybody, you know, if a caution came out right now, everybody would jump on pit road and take 4 tires and fuel, and it would help things. But if it stays green, this is Brad Harris's championship. He's going to be our season 1 high slide truck series champion.
Coming in right now, Jamie McCarson. He is your second place. I'm sorry, your third place. Your points leading. It's coming into the pits. Hopefully it will be his last one. Slides it in there, hits his mark.
I tell you what, though, Greg Holt, though, he's out there out front. I know we're not talking about the championship at the moment, but he's really hungry for this win, man. I don't know how many he's had on the season, but he wants to go out of the season with a bang.
Well, I don't blame you being hungry for the win, man. This cat's led 60 laps so far of 127. I mean, if there's anybody that's driving that deserves this win right now, it's going to be the logo man himself, because he's really doing a great job. And you know what? To be honest with you, I don't think Mr. Harris really cares right now. He's led only 15 laps in this race. He's got the big picture in mind.
Which is very smart, man. Some people, they don't think about that, and they'll force themselves, you know, they want to win the race so bad that they'll force themselves into a wreck and end up losing the championship trying to get a win. I think Harris had the right idea and said, hey, I only got to beat 2 guys tonight, and I got a 17-point cushion, and he's racing a really smart race right now.
We were talking to him earlier before the show started, and I'll tell you what, this cat sounded as calm, cool, collected as anybody I've ever seen, and he's out here racing for the championship.
Yeah, underneath his skin, I'm sure he had a little nerves underneath the skin, but you always want to put on that brave face and say, hey, you know what, I know how good I am, you guys can't touch me. Prove that you can take this championship from me on the track.
Top 5 still, Holt, Casey, Harris, Converse, Mize.
And I like the way they do the points in this series. A lot of people don't do the stages and everything, but I think the stages and everything, it makes it interesting and it awards consistency. So just the way this league's conducted, if you're looking for a good competitive league, contact our owner, Garrett Belzy. He will get you in, or just look up the High Slide Truck Series in the league sessions and apply. We're still needing runners for season 2.
You guys get ready to fire up again here pretty soon.
Yeah, I believe we'd maybe 1 or 2 weeks off.
I think it's 2 weeks you're going to fire up again, and lucky for me, I get to be a part of it, because myself, Bobby Johnson, and MaxSpeedTV, we will be bringing you the broadcast every week.
Yeah, that's good. I told them season 2 I want to be back in the truck. They run Cup also on Sundays, and I told them I'll help do the broadcast on Sundays and drive on Thursdays, because I'm 3 months into my iRacing career and I'm more comfortable in the trucks right now than the Cup. So
here comes your leader. Looks like he's did everything so far perfectly, Michael, coming on down to the pit road right here. I will assume he probably will definitely get 4 new shoes. And he's probably going to go ahead and obviously get enough fuel. 19 laps to go. I'd say he's sitting in the driver's seat, if you will. Nice and pretty.
Yeah, you see, he hit pit road perfectly. He wasn't in a big hurry. You know, speeding penalty or something like that would just really kill you right at the moment. But he's just calm, cool, collected, like you said, just like he was in the pre-race.
Yeah, he was about as laid back as you could get. I think if I talked to him for a long period of time, I'm afraid he'd put me to sleep. He was just as laid back. He didn't have any care in the world.
James McCarson, let's see, he's running 6th right now. I don't know if he's got enough to go to the end, if he's trying a different strategy of staying out now. But we're 17 laps away. It's going to take a lot.
He was just dead 7 laps ago. So, I don't know.
I think it'll probably cycle out like it did last time. He may have it for a few laps, but eventually Brad Harris with the new tires is going to track him back down unless a caution happens. That's what he's banking on, is a caution to come out.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Now, if he's got a caution, even though I believe now, we'll have to ask race control, but even if he did pull this off and pull the win off, I'm not sure if Brad Harris would still win this or not.
I don't know how they do to score their points, but being 9 laps down, 9 points ahead, I would believe that if he finished in the top 5, you know, the way he has been running, even if he did win, I think that Brad would still have the championship, but down to 15 to go.
Yeah, Brad's pretty happy right now, I'm sure. Like he said, he's all by himself, sitting out there, 6th position, kind of waiting for things to toggle back around for the pit stops and everything. Jason Mize up there, he is leading it in the 7. He's on 24-lap tires. He's going to be having to come in for fuel. So is Adam Gardner. He's going to have to come in for fuel.
If they stayed out, had nothing to lose, want to get out there and lead a few laps, get a little bit of TV time, get your name, mentioned on air. But, really smart thinking there.
Now, right here's the difference real quick. James McCarson on 10-lap tires, and Greg Holt went by him like he was sitting still with fresh tires.
Yeah, I was on watching on the 37's camera, and it took him literally less than half a lap to get right around him. Really quickly.
All the way back, coming into the pits right now. Nathan Aldridge coming out of the pits, I should say. Ran good at the beginning of this thing and just kind of filtered back into the pack a little bit, and he just hasn't been able to get anything going whatsoever. And he was getting it kind of high on the slide side right up there. I don't know if he's going to lose it. Yep, looks like he might lose it.
Oh, we might have that would change the caution.
And
coming
there's
out
the caution.
That changes the whole complexion of this race. Now that's going to stack them up, and the 37, his strategy paid off. Because I believe everybody's going to hit pit road again if they have the tires. That's going to make this championship race a 8-lap shootout, I believe, somewhere around there, 7-8 lap shootout for the whole season. I like that right there.
I'm not sure what was coming. I think that transition, when he came off that pit road there and took off flying, he hit that first that turn with vengeance, and it just whipped out from underneath him. The back end did. He did everything he could. He chased it down the hill, hard on the brakes, just hit the wall ever so slightly, but still it was enough to bring that caution out.
Yeah, that's one of our championship contenders that brought the caution out. I'm sure he didn't overrun the corner to, take the chance of, I'm watching the replay now, and, he wouldn't have pulled that off. just to bring out a caution, I wouldn't think,
Oh, he did everything he could to keep that thing down. He just couldn't do it. Had too much momentum.
He did a great job with not keeping it out of the fence. Keeping it out of the fence is really not too bad of damage, really.
As of right now, it's showing your leader, Greg Holt. He's led 68 laps so far tonight. Second place, sitting right there. He's only led 18 laps. But he also won stage 1, which was very important. And he was also in third place in the championship, trying his best to win this thing and trying to win the whole thing.
When was the last time that Brad Harris had pitted? That's what's going to be key if everybody comes in or if some people are going to stay out.
I don't know. Brad Harris came in 8 laps ago. Joseph Cossey, he's got 10 lap tires. James McCarson's got 14 lap. Greg Holt has 5. I'm probably going to say, if I was a betting man, Mr. Harris is setting just fine right where he's at. I do not think he will come in.
Yeah, then we'll see how big of a difference some 5 laps make. I think 3, he has the best situation going here. He only has 5 laps on his tires. We know he's going to stay out. He's sitting in second. Out of the championship guys, it's still Brad Harris is still sitting in the catbird seat. I think he'll stay out too. But it made it fun to watch. We're going to see here what's going to happen in the end. Anything can happen here.
Well, I can tell you right now, I know one cat that would give anything in the world to get his butt up here and take this win away. He's kind of like a fly. You just can't seem to swat him away. He's always coming back in your face. And that's Joseph Cossey. He's hit the wall a couple, 3 or 4 times, and here he is. Nice looking truck, setting in third place with only 11 lap old tires on.
Yeah, remember, he set that pole lap, and that usually means you have a fast truck. So, don't count him out at all. The fact that the 37s, though, is, he is going to have to come in. But the way it worked out, the strategy for him. So we're going to see how this plays out. It's going to be a good finish.
It's going to be a race. Definitely going to be a race. I'm going to assume Mr. Harris, sitting right back here, is just going to sit back and watch these cats. So we're going to go hard at it. And I don't think he wants to be in any part of that mess. Mr. Holt, Mr. Carson, and Mr. Joseph Cossey.
I'm not sure about the call from the 37 to stay out. I know he's on a little older tires, but maybe he has something up his sleeve. I mean, he's in the second position there, so I don't know, but I think they're going to eat him up pretty quick with the newer tires behind him.
Oh, right now, Holt's sitting on 7 lap old tires. That's it.
And what about the 37? He's
Carson's
probably
he's on 16 lap old tires. Joseph Cossey's on 12. Your points leader, he's on 10 laps. Jeffrey Converse is on 10 laps. Franco's on 16. So
I think I would have came in and got the fresh tires and just see if I could make it through the field if I was the 37. But maybe he can hold him off, and he still needs Brad to have issues. I don't think a 2-spot difference is gonna, win him 9 points. But
I'm pretty sure Mr. Harris is gonna sit back there and just wave him goodbye, let him go off into the sunset. Just let him battle it out. All he has to do is finish this race halfway decent, and it doesn't matter who wins this race. He's going to be the champion.
I believe you're exactly correct on that. For the race, I believe the 3 is the truck to beat to win the actual race. But Brad Harris, more than likely our champion, unless he gets in trouble here. But they're fixing to go back to green. They're lining up. This is going to be interesting. 6 laps is going to decide the whole season.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. If anybody has anything for the Lego man, it will be that 8 of Joseph Cossey. I look for him to absolutely beat his back bumper off. I mean, he's going to be all over him. Get him to make a mistake, get him to run up high, and he's going to be right there.
Yeah, he's most definitely not scared to be aggressive. We've seen that in stage 1. He's throwing it all out there.
All right, everybody, here we go. You know how the game is played. It's all right down to the wire here. 7 laps to go at the line. I Slide Racing League Championship Race.
Here we go, guys. Who's going to get to jump on it? Restart the 3 if Greg Holt does. I think it's going to be a battle for the win between the 3 and the 8. We'll see here. 6 to go.
Down on the bottom, sticking it hard, trying to make it stay there. Joseph Cassi trying to reel him in. And now we've got a caution.
Oh, that shakes things up tremendously there on the race win. I'm sure they have a green-white checker policy, but it's going to put them right there in overtime.
I'm not quite sure what happened. Maybe, just maybe, I can find it. I mean, that happened so fast, I didn't have a chance to blink.
I'm thinking someone missed a shift or spun their tires on the restart. I'm hearing the 14 apologize.
Well, since the 14 apologized, that's going to make things a lot easier for him. See what we got. There he is. Try to get him up here nice and tight. See what happens.
The 3, you know, that gives the other guys less time to reel them in, and that was just a big, you know, boost for the 3 and the 24. The one trying to win the championship, Brad Harris, and the 3 trying to win the race, Greg Holt.
There we are. Oh, yeah. That's exactly what happened. The 14 just literally drove right into the back. '64. Gave Peter Hodgson a nice little tap and sent him flying. That's what that was all about right there.
Yeah, he got into the
the
14. Yeah, and one of our championship contenders got caught up in that. Hopefully, he had. You know, he's sitting in the points too, so he probably, you know, he was going as hard as he could go.
Mr. Harris still sitting in 4th place thinking, holy crap, is this night ever gonna end? I want my championship.
I believe the guy driving that Lego truck is probably thinking the same thing, but I think he's probably happy. Well, no, he's probably not happy because the 8 has older tires. He has the freshest tires out there, besides the guys in the back that took new tires, which weren't many. And like I said, that gives the 8 2 laps to get around him when he had 7 to get around him before. So
right. He will pressure him. I can assure you that. I mean, watching this guy all night, Joseph Cassi, he's an aggressive kind of guy. He's not afraid to put it to the floor, and he's not afraid to bounce off the wall either.
Right, and I don't think. I mean, cautions might not be over. You know, I don't know if they have a 1 green-white checker rule, 2 green-white checkers, but like I said, cautions breed cautions.
Overall, it's not been too bad. I mean, even though we've had some stages, you know, so technically we've only had 4 cautions. We've had 24 lead changes in this race. That's close racing.
Yeah, I've raced with these guys. They're all really, really, you know, I believe there's probably no less than 3/4 of a second between first and last. I mean, they're all right there in the same category. It's a few that's just on another level, and they're the ones that showing you what they got tonight. But it's going to be interesting here between the 3 and the 8, man. I think this is going to be a good ending.
I can assure you one thing: it is not going to be boring. You know, Jamie Carson right there. He's been up front. pretty much half of this race, running around the top 3 or so. He got shuffled all the way back in the back, got into a little incident there. Still, I mean, it's right there, 3rd place. He led 18 laps. He does have 22 lap tires on him. The guy in front of him, Joseph, has got 18. The leader's got 13. Yes, I'd rather have 13 lap tires than 22 lap old tires, that's for sure. Greg Holt has gotten off, you know, anytime you're leading a race, you set the pace. So you always get that little extra jump, that little edge. And right now, that's exactly what he needs to do.
Yeah, as soon as that pace car dove on the pit road, well, today I actually got a restart box, but as soon as I hit that restart box, they've probably been watching, you know, how did he restart last time? I would do something a little different than what I've been doing all night. So just to confuse him a little.
Well, I can assure you, Joseph Cossi can't wait to get this thing started. James McCarthy can't wait to get it started. And Brad Harris can't wait for this thing to end.
Yeah, he has the most to lose right now. He has a whole championship, a whole season's worth of work to lose. But if he can stay out of an incident, if, you know, these guys really fight hard for this win, I mean, I think he has the championship locked up. We're going to see it. I'm seeing a green-white checker on the screen. They're lining up. They're fixing to go back to green. So the whole season's going to come down to a green-white checkered at Homestead. And this is going to be exciting.
Right now, Greg Holt, he has it. In the Lego machine. Joseph Cossi up on the high side. He wants it. Brad Harris is your points leader. Setting up there in the 24. All he wants to do is just get around this puppy just 2 laps and stay out of trouble. It's the only thing is on his mind right now. This is going to be an exciting finish, everybody. Stick around. Do not go anywhere, because right now that old Mustang is going to get out of our way. And we're going to do it 2 more times, folks, here. High Slide Racing League for the Championship Series.
Greg Holt got a great restart right there. That's one of the best restarts you could get. She switched it up, but I believe the 8's going to dive it in there hard. As Brad Harris made quick work of the 37 with them fresh tires, he's not out of it for the win here.
Hits it down into the inside. Goes just as hard as he can. Dives it in there. Runs up Holt just a little bit up the track. Holt says, not a problem. I'll run it up here in this slickly high slide. I don't care. He's going to get the momentum right off that top side, too. And that's exactly what he did, Michael.
Yes, I seen him on peripheral, the 37. He actually got into the fence, the guy that was fighting for the championship on the old tires. That's what old tires do. So that's what I said about them, dude. I would have come in and pitted if I was him. But I believe our winner tonight is going to be Greg Holt in that Lego machine. He's holding these guys off. He's getting off the corner so well.
He's led 79 laps. He just needs to lead just 1 more lap to make it 80.
That was smart of the 24 to back out when he seen him go 3 wide. He said, I don't want any part of that.
There you have it, buddy. Not a problem. Greg Holt is your winner.
Greg Holt with the win and Brad Harris with the championship. I just noticed when they got 3 wide there for a second, 24 said nope. He backed right out of it. He said, I'm not taking the chance on losing this championship. And that was a great finish. Couldn't ask for any better of a finish than that.
No, it doesn't get any better than that, I'm going to tell you right now. Mr. Holt, right there is your winner in that Lego machine. You can't miss him. I think Ronnie Millsap could see that guy coming, or Stevie Wonder anyway. Brad Harris is the champion of this league. Final race. Congratulations. We're going to give back. We're going to go to a commercial. We're going to come back and we're going to talk with these cats. Don't you guys go anywhere. We will be right back. Stick on around.
North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400 lap race on this .625-mile racetrack. Here's the starting lineup. On the pole from Dawsonville, Georgia, in the number 9 Coors Ford qualifying and Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison.
His second win of 1987. We are back at North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this .625-mile racetrack. And just as the field comes around turn number 4, the sunshine peeks through, helping warm things here. Bill Elliott leads him down. Benny Parsons on the outside. The green flag flies, and the first Union 400 Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison. Oh, here we go. It's just about to go away. They both coming out of turn 4. Earnhardt gets the lead. We had just heard from our spotters that Neil Ryan. Dale Earnhardt is on his last lap. This will be his 24th career win. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400 at North Wilkesboro.
All right, everybody, we are back. High Slide Racing League. I've got some guys here that we're going to interview. Third place. No slouch to tonight. He's been done a heck of a job. Jason Mize, Bobby in the booth. You got me?
Yes, I do.
Hey, you can't complain. Third place finish. You're kind of quiet most of the night, and you kind of snuck up on us like a rattlesnake in some high grass there, and able to pull off a decent finish.
Yeah, I was just trying to hope for that late caution, and I just happened to get it at the right time. I stayed out, so I was able to be on fresh tires and pass a few of the guys that didn't pit or couldn't because they were out of tires.
Right, well, yeah, you was up there and you led 6 laps. Fighting around a little bit up top, stayed back in the back a little bit, kept yourself clean pretty much for the most of this race anyway. You all set and ready to go for the next season coming up here?
Oh, I'm excited. Can't wait to be in the top 3 at the last race of the season.
Yep, it's got to give you some good momentum moving forward, that's for sure.
Oh,
Congratulations on that 3rd place finish. Is there anybody out there in YouTube land that you'd like to thank?
Just got to give a big shout out to Garrett setting this up. It's been an excellent league. I've had nothing but fun in this and the Cup League. And got to give Kasi some respect because he's helped me a long way since I got on iRacing. From where I started to where I am now, he's been in my ear teaching. So got to thank him.
Well, you know what? Congratulations on that. Kick back, go get yourself something to drink, relax, and get ready for next season. I'm going to be along beside with you guys, broadcasters, so I'm looking forward to you guys putting on a good show for me. In the meantime, you be safe, and we'll catch you when the league starts up again, buddy.
Yep, appreciate you. Thanks.
All right, Michael, not too bad. Let's go ahead and why don't you interview Joseph Kasi for me? The crazy man is what I want to call him, and the number 8.
Joseph Kasi, man, how's it going out there tonight?
Doing all right.
I know when that there were 7 to go initially. What was the word? You probably did not want to see that second yellow come out. That was going to make it a green, white checker.
I didn't want to see the yellow to begin with.
Yeah, I got you. Now we noticed you had a strong truck all night, and you were right there around the top 3 all night. And what I liked is you wasn't scared, intimidated to race hard, even though it was a championship race. And at the end, it paid off. Do you think if things would have played out differently, if it would have stayed green, you might have had anything for the 3?
That's what I was trying to hope for. I don't know if you got to see my last pit stop. I botched the shit out of it. Freaking went in there, went sideways inside the pit stall. Well, as soon as I went in, and I had to reverse and go forward again. So I completely botched my pit.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is Bobby up in the booth. I thought you drove the wheels off that thing, son. I mean, I think you hit pretty much give the old Darlington stripe on the Homestead track all the way around this place. I think you hit the wall about 4 times.
Hey, this is my home track. I've seen all 3 conversions of this track since it was built.
So you're not afraid of smacking the wall, I can tell you that much. I know you. I knew you drove your heart out. We've been watching you, and I thought for sure if there was anybody had anything for Greg Holt, it was going to be you. And you gave it everything you had.
I tried to get him. He was too fast for me tonight. I couldn't keep up with him. He was able to save his tires better than I could.
Well, like I told Jason there in the previous interview here, you can't complain. 2nd place finish. It's going to give you some pretty good momentum starting this new season.
Oh, yeah. Definitely will.
Is there anybody out there in YouTube land that you want to thank? Anybody?
Thank Garrett for putting on a good show. And my team, PRM.
All right.
Great job, man. You put on a heck of a show tonight. I'm sure that's going to have fans eager for season 2. Just having, that guys that are not scared to just stick it in there. Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. I can get the man of the hour up here. Let me find him. I know he's here somewhere. Talk to me, Greg. You got a copy?
Got you, Bobby.
Oh, man, son. You made it look easy.
Looked easy. It was fun. I'll give it that. It was a great time.
You definitely made it look pretty easy. I mean, I'm not positive. Let me see. If I get rid of some of this stuff right here. You actually led 80 laps tonight, my friend.
Well, it's not the best to be out front of a place like this all the time until the tires are worn.
And I know one thing's for sure. Your paint scheme, I'm pretty sure, and I said it before live in the broadcast, I'm thinking Stevie Wonder or Ronnie Millsap could probably see that paint scheme anywhere in the world on this track, no matter where they're at.
I wanted to be bright. I didn't want any excuses. No, it was scheme to have,
Well, I'll tell you what. You made it look easy. I'll give you that. You were tough. You was definitely a force to reckon with up here. Homestead definitely suits you very well. Now, I got a question for you. I'm assuming this is definitely going to bring some momentum to you when you start this next season.
This is the first race in the trucks that I did. I figured I'd catch this one before the start of the next one. I started running the cup cars, so figured to come check this one out. Happened to work out for me.
Yep. I'm thinking you might have yourself a home here at High Slide, starting up this next lead, and you've just won the last race of the season. Well, I'd say you're setting pretty right now. Is there anybody out there in YouTube land that you'd like to thank?
Like to thank High Slide and Garrett, and congratulate Brad on the championship win, and F5 my team. Just thanks. It was a blast to be here. I had a great time.
You know what? Congratulations. Get out of that rig, get yourself a cold drink, kiss the dog, smack the wife, or vice versa, however you want to do it. Anyway, whatever you do, you deserve to do it because you're the winner tonight in this race. Congratulations.
Again, I'm going to go hit that in my own order.
All right, my friend, you take care. We'll catch you here in the next season coming up in a few weeks.
All right, thanks. Bye.
All right, Michael. We got the champion
That's
now.
awesome to see. That's awesome to see right there. The guy, very first night in, racing in the league, comes out, wins his very first race. That's awesome. But the man of the hour, like you said,
that's right.
Number 24, Bad Brad Harris.
Bad Harris. But I'm gonna tell you, did you stay calm and cool throughout this whole entire race when these cats was up in front of you, starting to battle it out? Because I was starting to get nervous for you.
I was nervous the whole race, I'll tell you that, especially that first run. I think me and Joseph got into it a little bit, but I knew it was a 150-lap race, and just kind of keep it clean, keep in contact with McCarson and Nathan, and just do what I can. That's pretty much all I could do.
Well, you did a great job. You kept it clean. I think you might have touched the wall, or I got into a scuffle there with somebody, I believe, earlier in the race. And
yeah, Joseph.
Yeah, and you kind of stayed back a little bit, and then all of a sudden, like, I don't know what happened, but somebody lit a fire underneath your butt because you come right through that field again. You went right up into the first place, and you started battling out for most of the night up there. But you are the champion, the High Slide Racing League. Congratulations. Awesome job. I'm going to send you out. I'll be getting with the race director. I'm going to send you out a couple little gifts here, some decals and stuff from MaxSpeedTV. And that's always good luck for the next season. But is there anybody out there in YouTube land that you'd like to thank?
I appreciate that, Bobby. I'd like to thank Garrett for putting on a heck of a league, especially it being our first year. And we kind of threw it all together at the beginning, and it's just grown so quick, and we got a heck of a group of racers up here. But I'd like to thank him and thank Chris Toppins for spotting for me tonight. He did a heck of a job. And I'd like to thank my fiance. Got engaged 2 weeks ago, and she always makes fun of me about getting up here, but I enjoy it, and I enjoy her, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, I'll tell you what. You tell your fiance that Bobby the broadcaster said next season when we fire up, she best be in here on YouTube. I'll have it up here every night, a couple, 2-3 days before the show starts, and she better get into the chat room with me like some of these other guys' wives and friends do, and chat with me a little bit and root you on for another back-to-back season championship. Now, that would be pretty awesome.
Yes, it would. I'm sure she would love to talk your ears off.
You tell her that's fine. I'll put her through the test because nobody can talk as quick and as good as I can. At least that's what my wife says. But anyway, congratulations, champion. Great job. Get out of your rig. Maybe you can make her take you out to eat tomorrow, or take you out to eat this holiday weekend or whatever for this championship. You can celebrate.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
All right, my friend. You take care. All right.
Great job, Brad.
Talk to me, Michael. What do you think?
I don't think that race could have ended in any better of a way. And the guys that, truly in my heart, I was rooting for. I always kind of root for the underdog, but when he got in trouble in stage one, he became the underdog, and I was glad to see him fight his way back and win the championship. And on another note, with Greg Hall being his first ever, truck start in the High Slide series and coming out and winning, just very impressive. Can't wait to see what happens in the Cup race.
You know what? I can't wait to get back into the season and start in square one. I get a chance to learn these cats one more time, learn a little bit better, understand them, This is on the second night that I've got the broadcast for them. They asked me to do the championship one, and I was more than happy to. Looking forward to the season with these guys, and I got to be honest with you, Michael, I'm really liking you up here in the booth with me, son. You're making my job a lot easier. So maybe I can get you back up here again. I don't want to wish any bad luck on you or nothing, but if you get knocked out of a race, you might as well plan on having your butt up here with me, because I've really enjoyed the help and enjoyed you.
No, not a problem. Anytime y'all need a hand, man. I like broadcasting just as much as I like racing, bud.
All right. Appreciate it, Michael. Appreciate everything you've done to help me out tonight. High Slide Racing League. You guys check it out. Get on Facebook. Get on YouTube. Get on everything. I'm sure they've had previous broadcasts before me on this. Great bunch of guys. Hop on iRacing. Hit the join button. There's plenty of more spots available, I believe, for the season starting up in a couple of weeks. It's a fixed setup, and it's a lot of fun. These guys are a blast. And I think if you're looking for a truck race, for a league, this is the league that you want to check out. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead. Let's run down. I'm going to run down the top. You still got your screen up there, Michael?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
I can run it. Yes, sir.
I'll run the top 10 down, and you take it from there and give me a break. How's that?
Yes, sir. That'll work, Bobby.
All right, my friend. Greg Holt is your winner tonight of the last race of the season. Congratulations. He led 80 laps of this 150-lap race. Second place, Joseph Cossey in the number 8. He was the hard charger for sure. Third place, Jason Mize. Fourth place, your champion, Brad A. Harris. Fifth place, Jeffrey Converse 2. Sixth place, Franco. Not even going to say the last name. Too late in the season now. Seventh place, James Carson. Eighth place, Adam Gardner. Ninth place, John Mickey. Rounding out your top 10, Brian Tools.
And in 11th place, Peter Hodgkins. In 12th, we had Art Milne. 13th, Travis Barkus. 14th, Nathan Aldridge. 15th would be Donnell Williams. Michael Coulter Jr. in 16th. In 17th, we will have Byron Bartlett in at 77. That was tough all night. Had late battle trouble. But then the 18th, Joshua Lucas. 19th spot, Andrew Schroeder the third, and Steven Dozick Jr. in 20th. And then the other two guys are actually announcers and race control. So that would bring up our whole top 20.
That's correct. It did. One more time, congratulations to Brad Harris for the championship win. Congratulations to Greg Holt. This is Bobby from MaxSpeedTV. Give us a thumbs like if you like what you see. I appreciate all the thumbs up that I can get. Lord knows I need it. You guys, don't forget us. We're going to be back here in 2 weeks. You guys take care of yourselves and you be safe out there. This is Bobby. See ya.